Listen, I'm about to tell y'all something they don't be warning the people about. Not the aunties, not the doctors, not the clean girl aesthetic girlies on TikTok. There was a month, a solid 30 days, where my hormones flipped on me so hard, I thought my deodorant needed therapy. I smelled stale, like someone who had been running from their problems and losing. And before you police talking about eat the right way, drink some water. Baby, I drink a gallon a day and I eat real well. Check the receipts. Go look. Okay, so stop. But then I fixed it. Not with expensive treatments, not with $48 deodorant, but with 6 budget hacks that cost less than the copay for some people at their OBGYN. So if you're in that want the hormonal hell is that stage, sis, you ain't dirty and you're not broken. Your hormones are just doing a shimmy. But before we get into this grown-up conversation that a lot of people aren't having, hit the like button. Drop a quick same girl same or I'm here Nina or even you got this down in those comments. YouTube is playing about that algorithm. It ain't just me, it's a lot of us. And those free little taps there in those comments, they help more than you know. Now let's go and get into it.
Dr. Nina, the girl next door, beautiful brown baby doll.
So let's get into the reality check. Hormonal body odor deserves its own TED Talk, especially since it hits you out of nowhere and makes you question your whole identity. One day you fresh and fine. I mean fine. The next day your body wakes up like, let's remix this. Nah. But here's what most people don't know. Hormonal odor doesn't just smell like sweat. It smells like whatever your hormones are doing. Different hormones create different chemical reactions. And those reactions, they create different smells. Estrogen drops, your hormones start acting like they got promoted. Progesterone spikes, you run warmer and sweat more at night. Cortisol from stress, that makes your sweat thicker with more proteins. And bacteria loves that. Thyroid changes, your metabolism shifts and your smell shifts right along with it. Postpartum hormones, baby, those deserve their own documentary, but not like Diddy's. But here's the part that no one tells us. And I don't even think people know when it's proper to tell people because you don't want to scare them, right? Your old products aren't failing. They just weren't built for this chemistry. Most women think I need to clean myself more. No, sis, you just need to be strategic. You're not fighting dirt. You're fighting biochemistry. And that smell hits different. I don't care what nobody say. That metallic tang, that oniony situation for some of us, that I smell clean but somehow funky mystery, that my deodorant quit its job moment. And if you're changing shirts every hour and doing the subtle sniff test, I've been there before too. We fixed it. But I've been there. Hack 1 is the pH reset strategy. We're resetting your pH because hormones throw your skin out of balance. Normal skin is slightly acidic, but hormonal shifts push your pH up. And when your skin gets too alkaline, odor-causing bacteria throws a whole party. And this is where my friend apple cider vinegar comes in with the mother, okay? Don't roll your eyes. It works. 1 part ACV with 3 parts water. I told you to put it in a spray bottle or a little container where you can dip out of it. Try that under your underarms. I also like to put it between the folds of my skin. So like in between my chest area, my chesticles, underneath, okay? Underneath the arms, folds of the skin. And also anywhere where you're having problems after the shower. Let it dry, then put on your deodorant or antiperspirant. Why does this work though? ACV brings your pH down to a level that bacteria hate. And I don't care where they hate to be. I don't want them to be on me. Not the ones, that ain't helping. It also kills the bacteria that are feeding on new hormonal proteins that you produce. It also helps deodorant stick to your skin and do its job longer. If you're sensitive, put it on with a cotton pad. Sometimes I add in just a drop of tea tree or lavender for their antibacterial boost. If you do this daily, at least when I did it daily, I got irritated. So maybe 3 to 4 times a week. And I don't do this right after shaving unless I enjoy emotional pain. Okay, some days I guess you want that. And yes, you might smell like a salad for 2 minutes or so. But 1 week, game changer, y'all. Hack 2 is the hormonal fabric revolution. Hormonal sweat plus polyester equals the CSI crime scene. Synthetics trap everything. Your new sweat, old sweat, bacteria, lunch from yesterday, all of that. That's why fresh out of the dryer leggings or even ones you've hung up still have a vibe to them. The science? Polyester holds on to lipid-based sweat. Hormonal sweat has more fat. See where I'm going? Those sweats bind to synthetic fibers. The bacteria grow inside the fabric, not just on your skin. Heat plus friction equals an odor soup. Natural fabrics like cotton, bamboo, linen, they all let your skin breathe. They reduce moisture trapping and they don't hold on to odor long term. And this is not about replacing your whole closet. That's not what I'm saying. We are in our budget era. Okay, we're just gonna watch it as we go forth. But start with what touches your skin first. Underwears, bras, camis, base layers, Walmart, Amazon, other places. Cheap and effective. For workouts, if you can, try cotton and bamboo blends. Also, quit wearing bras with sweaty straps. No, just no, cause no. Wash them more often. And I also don't like to dry those things because it tends to bake in odor vibes. So a pro tip, put a cotton layer under your synthetic tops if it's not too hot. It's a sweat shield, and it works like magic. Hack 3 is the game changer that no one talks about, your laundry routine. Y'all, when your body chemistry changes, your regular detergent just isn't cutting it anymore. Those clothes are holding on to funk at a molecular level. And that's why I've been adding laundry sauce into my mix. And I'm so happy they're partnering with me on today's video. Y'all, I've tried the Australian sandalwood. It's amazing because it smells like heaven and it actually works on this hormonal situation for me. These are just pretty smelling pods because they are pretty smelling. They've got bioenzymes that break down proteins and the bacteria that regular detergent just leaves behind. Look, I'm putting this in with Sean and I's gym clothes, Hunter's play clothes, my workout gear, everything that can smell funky even after you wash it. The enzymes are literally eating the bacteria that cause odor. And the Australian sandalwood scent, it's warm and clean without being overwhelming. When your body's producing different scents, you need your clothes to be that neutral, luxurious base. Plus, they're using recycled packaging. So we're not adding to the environmental chaos, especially while we're trying to fix our personal chaos. Honestly, I really am loving laundry sauce and the scent is amazing and my clothes are actually getting clean. And if you want to get your laundry foundation right like I did, scan that QR code up there on the screen or use my link down in the description and use my code BeautifulBrwnBabyDol15. That's to save 15% off laundry sauce products. Trust me, you're going to be so glad you did. Hack number 4, the strategic showering method. Let's talk about showering because the way a lot of us shower, low key makes things worse and high key too. Let me break this down for you. Hormonal sweat isn't regular sweat. It has more sweats, more proteins, and it mixes differently with your skin's bacteria. That's why you shower and you might still smell something a little bit later. The key is not scrubbing harder. Please don't do that. It's cleansing smarter. Like I told you, sometimes I use antibacterial soaps only in odor zones. Things like Dettol or Hypocleanse, underarms, under boobs, groin, butt crease, and the feet. Sometimes those areas need a little extra support, but you want to let the soap sit for about 30 seconds at least before rinsing it off. Contact time matters. It needs time to actually work. It's almost like when I tell y'all about Panoxyl and using that underneath my arms because I find that that really helps as well. Letting it sit, the contact time is what actually allows the cleansing and the scent magic to occur. So use a gentle cleanser everywhere else so you don't strip your skin. I've noticed that if I overclean, the body panics and produces even more sweat and oil. And then, my friends, that's gonna betray you every time. Exfoliating once or twice a week really works for me. Washcloth, silicone scrubber, little hand scrubbers or the gloves, or a gentle African net, which is my favorite. And this helps to remove the dead skin that bacteria like to cling to. And if you work out, shower within an hour. That was cute. Do not sit and marinate in hormonal sweat. That's how you create vintage odors. And they settle into your workout clothes and it's so hard to get them out. Hack number 5, the internal support system. Hack number 5 is the inside job, okay? Probiotics and zinc. I keep telling y'all this. Yes, because your gut does control part of your body odor. When hormones shift, digestion shifts. Food sits longer or moves faster. Your gut bacteria changes, and the byproducts of digestion come through the skin. A balanced gut equals a softer, more stable natural scent. A daily probiotic helps to reduce sulfur compounds. It supports digestion and balances internal bacteria. Zinc helps to support the enzymes that influence how sweat breaks down, especially the sweat right on your skin. You can also get zinc naturally through pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, seafood, or a small supplement like me. I take the one by Nature Made, and you might want to try to give it a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, up to 6 weeks. It's definitely subtle, but it's noticeable. Hack number 6, the stress-sleep connection. Have you ever noticed that your smell is stronger on stressful days? That's not your imagination. Stress sweat is chemically different. Stress activates your apocrine glands, the ones that activate thicker, protein-rich sweat. Bacteria breaks that down and it smells way stronger. And let's talk sleep. I'm talking to you. Lack of sleep actually raises cortisol, which also raises body temp, which raises sweat. And night sweat from hormones, it's a whole beast of its own. Now, here's what helps. 5-minute decompression rituals. Maybe a warm shower before bed. Putting the phone away earlier. Saying no more often. Yes, you, Susan. And sleeping in a cooler room. Even a bedroom fan can help. I didn't used to sleep under my fan because I'm Black, and we do talk about how sleeping under the fan makes you sick. However, for me, it has definitely helped. Cooler temps reduce sweating, and even bacterial growth. Small changes make big relief. So what about those 30-day results? After 30 days of doing these consistently, I got me back. I stopped doing the little sniff tests. I stopped changing shirts multiple times a day. I stopped worrying about hugging people and what that might smell like. Even though I didn't stink, I just didn't smell like me to me. Okay. And I felt like myself again. It wasn't perfect. Hormones are still gonna hormone, baby. But it went from crisis to manageable. And that's everything when you're just trying to live your life. So if you're dealing with this right now, please hear me out. You're not dirty. You're not broken. You're a human with a hormonal body being human. Tell me in the comments if you've dealt with hormonal body odor. What worked for you? And do y'all want to follow up with a lot of the exact products that I've used? I know I've talked about products before, but I can give y'all an exhaustive list. I love y'all, and we're all figuring out this grown woman life together. So make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe, y'all. I really do appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you being here, especially y'all OGs that's been around for a while. I love you and I see you. Dr. Nina signing out. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.